politics that we play in this country. Obi baby Sefimo. So today it's okay. The Bank of Ghana to prop up yen currency or to stabilize the Ghanaian currency, right? But only 3-4 years down the line, it was terrible for Bank of Ghana to incur losses during the domestic debt exchange program to save the economy of Ghana. It was terrible for Bank of Ghana to provide support to government during the period that they are going to economic crisis. But in there, it's okay. It's impossible one. But during Governor Addison's time, during the time, it was criminal for the Bank of Ghana to incur losses to save the economy. Now, that's not what annoying. That kind of double speak, where does it come from? It's lessons for all of us. It's useful lessons that going forward as we do our politics, when in some people to Ghana or your national interest policy be aban introduced now or boa manna obian kade problem wo ho mama ye hwede and fix. But let's not bastardize it to the point that we do when we want power. Because ultimately, when shoes no or ten or the other foot, no what the be your press conference about day and they be in response. Ma today, people's name is so important to them. Hey, Dr. Bamia Bemobia Michelle Atta. Mere mischaracterization that a Bank of Ghana cost no one bet a gold board. Nkofutiko wa pay. Padisi are true. No technicalist. Okay, someone okay for a Haptel. That Dr. Mahmoud Baumia owner of Haptel.
Of course.
Ghana for prepaid 1 cedi bia obotobiano. No muchefa oko Dr. Baumia no kotokum. Barefaced are true. You said all sorts of things for power. And I will describe fact, a matter of fact, or not true. Fact. In a public document, mere mischaracterization, according to you, what you call wapay. It is on to all of us that the kind of politics that we do, yaman no kwar on the enenim can. Osandas yanyan dama. Them politics of some kekan that won't cut through to be no do. One keka someone go. You are very much aware of the kind of things that I personally suffered. Personal. Take a Facebook, PDS thief, this, that. Camila.
PDS what the bro.
I'm telling you. Meanwhile,
and the worst part is those who are your friends who believe those stories and think that you are
that makes so much money.
The other of it you won't share.
The legal fees are major for incorporating them TG Energy Solutions. Measure about but just because my name found its way as part of the disclosures, no, in one of the consortium partners. Yes. PDS are only the directors, or only shareholders. Mankaho. But the kinds of things that MPP, NDC people said.
Go board.
It's a useful lesson. No, but it's important too. You're moving go board.
Redirect.
Now go here and come.
You're offside.
You're offside.
Very well. No, listen.
It's Sammy.
The lessons learned.
What's about what the botechi or the boba?
The bebo ba.
Tinyabuter. Now some kakano monko form. Name focus on the issues.
Very well. But while
it is also to let the matter die.
As I bought my dinner sanitizer.
Yeah. What am I say? And I didn't hear the court also by send a bear and some the corona getting me a food. It like Obia play according to the rules. They are dealing with the emotional part, and we are here at this point. Me, I will say Duji.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a state.
Calling for truce.
Yes, I think I support it.
Okay.
I support it. This case must be withdrawn from the courts. Let mediation take charge. Because courts will still hurt somebody at the end of the day. It will go one direction against the other, no matter what. And that will still protract the issues.
And further divide your politics.
Exactly.
For me, should be at the instance of the Speaker of Parliament, the President.
You see, the Speaker of Parliament will do his part. I know a national duty.
National Mediators Association.
What I say, a national duty. Say you build the causes of the laws over the years. No, it's
as a nation.
Do you understand? It's no, but between these two, Master, I have sat in Parliament before. I know if there's tension, the two sides are
how it is resolved.
How it affects the nation.
It affects a lot of things. In the way it is. But the SSAD, one day it meets us a result.
Transfer for a year.
And the Speaker doesn't want to also look like rubber stamp.
Simple penny.
Or Tihona, because more majority, Tino. So he wants to be a balance because in Ghana and he's been through the mill. It me, I like what he's doing. Say Obama that but at the same time, Sammy is hurt. Afenyo is hurt. The repercussions.
Ghana is hurting.
Because they all occupy two very huge. Exactly. It yemma yen chese penny ewufi.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
Look, guys. Mon come on sem. Mediation we are they handle
Kofiana graduate
within 1.5 maximum 2 hours. This matter is done and dusted. Ubia be sorachi and sema hagi and then answer. But court it will not save anything. They should mark my words. Inti Afenyo Michelle Wokan earlier say won court. You won't sue. We a bema. I say they compose then now kasa jijim. Yeah. Can I say?
You
say maybe you can you compo kasa na jijim. Tinya wo be kano live with it. Now wasem my you who can say who sue there? Why did you sue?
Kwajo.
Oh, Miss Rao, and Yamina Mika, you. Who are now Tanaka say, the cows are
trapped by their waist, their horns, men by their waist.
So what
I agree with you. You say all kind of emotions. I say when emotions enter the discussion room, reason jumps through the window, and chaos and anarchy. Yes.
Should draw the ruling government attention, and then some Ghanaians also attention, so that we can just move as a country. Nabibia and maybe I reminded the NDC. Say. Meminti asiemu enyoma beye ennan enumbi ana ekoye inyinaso kese pa ema Ghana fo nya omumu gidie for the 2024 elections. As of that time no, they were the best of option for a year 2025 and beyond. Inti reflected in the votes, and so kunya 57-41 na chese Gidie Sunkuna Ghana for Enyawo. Now your responsibility is that social contract, that platform contract, that governance contract now only as I say demonstrate, especially when you put across a certain phrase, a base, a friend, a reset agenda. Into along the line, I said even Mahama continues to be the hope until further notice at this point. And this statement was made about a year ago. And that's 1 year, 3, 4, 5 months ago. So Mahama continues to be the hope until further notice. And the further notice is today.
Time national.
Because if you don't put in reminders, they might think that they are still really, really on course. Well, that's why Mika said, they be than one a mampehin shia, one a mampehin, emo maquenya, so you know, one name now and acting on his behalf. Nipa do no, I know we the challenge and the problem for our presidents. So if a president no antiness no answer and rezi anchor the next level, now we are reliant on sometimes questionable reports behind our second. One we are obedient for no quiet. One of the trump cards of the NDC in the lead to the 2024 elections was the 24-hour economy. They don't have any choice. If they think that strategy of 24-hour economy, they've now encountered challenges. Explanation and interpretation are quite different. Aware. The enya wo ya manye sema ya so from time immemorial be seen that deceit in a woman. And they be ready two things, principle and that honesty. And young from so say, yes, me 24 hours, me buy no, me who say, I need a lot of things before really we can push into it. We are working on it, but it's more fun because the picture that was painted to us.
Sir, it was the panacea to all the problems, especially unemployment.
Saying this before. When we subject you to some of these reminders and criticisms, please, why are you angry or why are you upset? Why? Honestly, I don't get it. When we subject you to things that you have told us, in fact, in our case, we are putting in reminders because you have the next 1 year, 2 months to go or so. These are clear reminders. If you say, as I say at the moment, that we will still hold them by that promise in the social contract of the
and it's legitimate because it was the biggest campaign promise from the NDC.
Biggest.
I mean, Omoye promises be brief.
Biggest.
The biggest was the 24-hour economy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. To me, nyoma be nine numbi and a tall Ghana from Akumaso. And Omodi Yenina so Ericasa buying back on the Kohome Mine 90 Makayomo.
Because only the amount we cry relevant no pay na meet here when abna pokia time amone yenua no ma edi dem a na almost omako teacher training school kwan
teacher training
GS for say omoye recruitment
that's the challenge.
And no was it the truth say omo refuse
but I me can say I will be surprised if the professor at GS ebetima bold akache say and pekoni say monfan chain na we dey refim but I don't get it honestly.
Impossible.
Honestly, Mr. When it's not a question of President Mahama, it's a question of Sebi. Who is President Mahama?
Yes.
Sir, import few more. Okay, see which one was say.
Now we see that there was a refuse.
The 7,000 people are more disabled. No, no refuse. Disability. And your priority in your engagement and recruitment thoughts ni na no omo ni any place or space to occupy omo sa ba ho no so says dear omo kan sanity a also we dey mo fanche na e refuse so that's another matter altogether.
But it paints the problem with unemployment in our country,
of course,
but we mo pon ye omo a omina ko training so omo kon kwa trade recruitment about say on to me from teacher for or for teacher 7,000 and in the 7,000 no or more edit them or mine up or more
50 crying to me for 10 crying.
I couldn't believe it.
50 10 but why are you worried? Because it also should bring another chapter of conversation where you are asking yourselves how well have we as a country now here Anna Nancy, the former minister of local government I didn't call works na namon to be utin I many so sa or assemblies no consrave no could do assembly and no buso na PW din kontamu et say I say ye wa ne ye we ni koye we na ye we ni ko 200 na e hwese chenenya we na da cross eh muni made amoye no abaya tisika to say sa ni pekuo we no momfa nhwe mo say omo ahu omo bo we omo sika no e de koye bibi for na later no ba no mo nyina to toto from na ending. So it should even tell you the priority that we give to such personalities who follow another category.
Because on my beer and so Emma and Kuala and no more edit them. Charlie, if for nothing at all, only consider them as vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable. You know, we're quite a different chapter.
I brought it in because of this whole unemployment, and that's why the current government should not joke with this 24-hour economy thing. Because if they thought say by one of those campaign slogan,
no,
because you made this the biggest promise in the campaign.
No,
a good reminder.
We'll put in these reminders. Honestly, more a man for yama. Ding by the day, the NTS sorry few them now called Q, now called two abase obi medi wedding. It's becoming extremely difficult by the day. They thought to be movie. Adiaba ko mutimbi jina Ghana for komu ema all manner of prescriptions. The fight against that albatross is here a friend of illegal mining. In fact, if you play back some of the solutions that the NDC in opposition had as of that time.
The biggest was declare state of emergency.
What has had as of that time? You're asking yourself that what has changed? To the extent that if it is true, which I am tempted to believe, that Evans Mensah on Joy News, looking at the stature in the media, and Adansia ensure them and a house room as we speak.
Stability levels.
According
to Evans, Ghana Water for pay all their workers in line.
This is right.
Say Emma Ubia in release
this is so shameful.
I can't even understand.
And this impartial here and here, right? Because Evans see this is nothing that open with the previous administration a problem.
Yes.
And the fact that you don't say no krana asay mono, it doesn't mean anything. Yes. It's a positive provocation that this aspect, this facet, we are failing. We need to uplift our game.
And also advocacy.
Yes. So intimately, I'm putting in these reminders. Said the buyer mom funch the mubia in Sobia ma when is the election day to come and appeal to us again and say, oh now no more boy so into the most hard in my idea and it will work against one customer interest.
Maybe sitting here, no. Now we want to look at beyond economic indicators now, boy, you know, which other thing and as will be a OT and if we say, a buy way by, you know, BB way. A happy now because Charlie, this is something a monumental achievement. I mean, me dream it's difficult to pinpoint what maybe for the job somebody like Obo Biadako Pokwaye with Ghana Medical Trust Fund, you would want to give her accolades. But I think the retooling of Rate Hospital out through an influence where Timienya support our much change equipment or it's a major thing. What she's done with the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, amazing. Amazing. You give it to her. You give it to her. Jameson, so SIC. You give it to them. And those are very good points. You beat me a reason. Uye eno efriwa. I mean, I've talked about the economy, you know. Roads so be brain big one be okay abide by way roads and so take it time.
Maybe Obi very importantly no Miami Chrome this year we are a potential flag bearer for the NDC. Well we now have to put the spotlight next week on him. On a Greek, yes. That's what I say. Major inroads and I say lapses are because a major to every country's success. When we had issues about tomato, I cut down. What has been the ministry's effort in putting in place? So honestly, if you also indulge, maybe this every next week should be sector by sector.
Yeah, I think we may have to do sector by
sector. Because once you put in these reminders, now your next step is to go sector by sector.
And what we are doing here, no, should let all ministers or more responsibilities set up. Because a whole ministry what dano na on man for no cannot on top of their head pinpoint something big there SC in the ministry, then there is a problem. When you take ABI energy ministry, you say relatively apart from
stability,
a few moment of ABI,
that stability,
relatively stability, but you can see the entire sector no, there is some effort to want to make things right. You give it to the energy ministry. Oba agree, maybe from next week you pay attention.
We have to.
When you take communications, for example.
We have to.
Yes, in the communications, say, what is that standout at the SC?
We have to.
At the ministry over the last almost 2 years.
Yeah.
We may have to look at that. OSHA Health, stand out at the SC and the health ministry, it jumps at people. Foreign affairs, I think Sammy Blackwa has done some good job. Something will jump at you. An intervention in South Africa, now will jump at you. But maybe they would have to do more on the passport side and a reform to also embassies now across the world. They are not done change. For the other ministries, or offer education, for example, and then our because okay, Adia Bakwe jumps at you. Say in the last 2 years, I happened education. I don't know. I don't know what jumps at me education.
So be wrong. Yeah, proximity to getting knowledge about some of these things. Yeah, how much more any panel ordinary? Yeah, Mestre, I'll be so grateful if indeed we can do the ministry by ministry or sector by sector engagement on your show, so that something is happening in these ministries. We are not aware.
Communication we are not aware.
And it is always incumbent on these, Professor George Miachel, it is always incumbent on some of these ministries to also let us, get us posted on, for instance, if you go to health. Uko health, who engaging minister now, personally, to the best of his knowledge, or children on your ma. And in such a day, but maybe I won't cry. Who there could be a trouble, who may pediatric, who you say children, who you say, and one and none from him. But beyond this, a dear potty pan be a ministry. So I would love that once we put in a reminder of these challenges, we should also engage them. And I know they are listening. We will respectfully come to them and give them times of engagement if it's appropriate with them for us to have that conversation. Now,
MPCB. I come who bomb the same motion but to yen yanum NDC for the numbers. A boom come for motion so anya juma. Quite my yan set up this ad hoc committee. We will report you a year parliamentary report August 2021. Na ye paid no. Na ye dear asaya who ya dear na ye tree and move woman. The then Minister for Health as my main eye. A mommy moon. A year day na way 214 kbeda ho ye ka say yenti ato committee ni ehwehwe and this ena ye hunu sika no IMF dia betudwa tabla na ye 214 million no $240 million ba ye no ye go for oil no say e yade a na ye hwehwe say ye betimi etu sa kanase and then now Bank of Ghana any hono next year say yanyen hwehwemu na ye ehunu bebi esaka we if aku Ghana say meeting the first press conference you were minority leader any year minority for a year ni agina achi onko see you
so wrap up mama you tell me about na offer your umbrella na
you don't have to rush me accusation there so me so be na I show you the video okay literally class say hey you win
I don't know wrap up no
okay. How can that Godwin? When you were saying
Godwin,
my man, okay. And send Ben as a Fianca, and when he pass, would you won't yet away? Won't Yanka say? Yanka says money. Okay. Can't tell how one but divert attention. We are still going to talk about this. Making profit. We are going to talk about this. Okay. Godwin. I mean, honorable. Muya mumma mame. Sammy if you know mumma mame. Time kwa betua.
Honorable, please.
Usika budget kana mope. And also this can be my contract.
You see, I sat on this very platform, and I can say, instead sank a better bulletproof car, Ediama.
No.
Will be so fast.
No.
If they don't change, we're Afenyo market.
Why? If I adding to almost a
He has difficult to understand why they still want to force us. And yes, also, boss, I mean, feeding to us best 4-5 times. And yes, I mean, and yes, look, dear, say, dear, the baby video Santa Crache, Obi any as I say, Obia a tune any siniso. Look, and conform me as I saw almost shot pa. I will in this
too. Especially Basantali. Honorable. We don't want any of them in our party. Okay, into my to us.
Okay.
Sure.
That was not confirmed.
Onto a gold board.
Yes, after so she shall a coso our ben This is what, like I mentioned earlier, this is what the taxpayer want. Right? And the people can lead the party to be reformed are the likes of Dr. Baumia. And in Crawford more. Me feel say omo contest yi betumi abosa na omo afechira ko patch on asem no aye sebe boache bidin. Because if this is what has been happening behind the scene here omo de adanko omo de akọ court any other places there omo omo written mu I have my after everything we make allegations and the rate that has been the sermons or whatever they read, as they call it, by was not or the consental for.
Okay.
Right.
Now, because a businessman,
yes. We want some can also want to grenade. I yes, we crown on one casa for Abemaya say the poison people. And the appear.
Oh, but this is unfair.
No, this is
how far. Godwin Akogan, Deputy National Communications Officer, Emma NDC, Honorable Alexander Kwesiakwa, a member of party, your lovely wife, Oheneyure Mame Dufie, into also say Omawo, happy birthday. So, me man in Remo and from you're an amazing baby. This is the papa what's it? I mean, we show no your kesi. Mama Vasa that Emma Possible Beauty House on the shame in me and a part vintage and so a shame at the over but
na Kelentia or see would the land degradation because
how would you then react to those who think say yes say they work in Ghana your voter population is dominated by the youth and so majority no Gen Zs Gen Zs is who nneoma bi omo say omu in a party's national youth organizer. They want somebody who is charismatic, obia unim kasa, obia so di mebuno nim. You try the picture now, the picture into social media and go for go like wow, body ahunfa nipa se wo ye ni interview say ye chi mu eye brofu mu eye dagbani mu eye brosa mu eye bibia obetimi akasa. Do you have those qualities?
Obi medase. O pesa qualities in the and o Sammy ho won you bia bio. Asala me catch us me assaulted politician. But here me say me ka kuza kasa. Metimi aka brosa na America. Metimi aka safi na America. Twi na me no kan yo. Kasa na me tepi. Ka assaulted politician enemy. Na me tie. Baby a party ye dui. On say me di abanga no. Me nim say the Yakopon bomb. Me kasa charisma. Obi me dey no man koto. Ya me dey the chair me. Sebe opa ye ni me no mu gina batui omo fe nko gina loro kwa ho na ye fa na se gina ka asai na ba ye ntiti ntem we 1 kilometer 1 kilo ni hwe de na manfo be gina no ho obi me ka asai na me gina kwa ho aje me tena kan nim ko me gina bontin the next 20-30 minutes no e ho be da ni dwa
abetwa ho
na e charisma ne dey charisma ne obi a amanfo ye dey ehu na naturally no omo penasem beside na wo memu enya duro e adoma che de ubuso bia party mu obi uti abanga bibi abanga gina bia dom nenam e me freedom dom nan deba e adom e na send me dwen nipa ho ne nkabum da bia ne mrante ba me nchen yankoma me no hodi mo hu se ye mrante ye de ahobrase ye de obuo ne adwendwen ye ne ho yeso be nyina ba be mpanyipa na ne pai we mu no yetimi e de aboa ya man Ghana tie ka charisma ne bia obi Genzi ni amane obi ebetima ye ni nyina bi o Genzi ni amane de se ka me ana me Genzi a omu ina me na bisha wo yama me no mo koyi na ka so de oti Genzi na se Genzi na se me na me te o ma se product of University of Ghana main campus regular student Maternal Jubilee Hall Maternal International Students Hostel Maternal Men's no that be obi me Brazil o so ni kusie ne krati am sama ka chira sa ka chira wa it obi me politics na me ye ne de eba sabi the academic community a mi wom eba sabi kokweku afọ community a mi wom eba jabide community a mi wom eba nkusichire community a mi wom na se na mu se yesi ya chi obi afine na ko jail so akochi nkusi or forest labzi ye ena ma yabiti di obi adumiti that ya o na the America kosi yina ne se about that charismatic national youth organizer head ya o sa man for abako you now bet me check history mpanyefo abako ina abedi national youth organizer no yenim bet me compare na mo analyze say sabi mpanyefo bebira abako o mo bebo adwuma me ka ho bia o ma hu samrante e ba ahode na okeka wo mu no obi me menya kwadwofo me satisfy me to me the 12 days I toured the whole country
12 days
12 solid days
region by region or constituency
by region but in a cluster basis maybe we could be 5 different zones region back here juma ketwa see for my international metoso me sense for my the same time na me ba be na ma prepare na ya relax ya train day obi aba no sebe me call from no yese me wen na me pese gabo no ye close e say mu biem na party Ghana for ina so zampa MPP for Jimidi MPP for regime sonko ye dey e wo memu na dwumadi me ba meeting me say na me kasa Ghana for be som na emu ayedu obi e ba communication ne on say national youth organizer carries by so nya obi o ye effective communicator say be nya say o kan yi de keke we read the minds of the people show money ma kasa say o ka kire mo ahun sampa botoyem ne nkranhye ene gidi na regime be wo na eno na say o ka kire won sa qualities yi na obi uyi mi free mo a obi anim say obi interview nkrofo ha obi anu abi phone lines Ghana for attest to the fact o me dum abedi dance be judge me de me amiti me enye judge o me am court e ma ne nye the back charisma ba background obi school yakokakra me started my modern mama yo no me di amanyo edi manim kan so me say me me try reset by 9 me wie ya me tena fie hu say no my yes by 5 certificate program o Gyamfi o me 5 sa 3 months programs and me kuta forensic psychology and corporate security certificate program o Gyamfi me kuta administration and management certificate program o Gyamfi me kuta law and governance certificate program o Gyamfi me kuta petroleum oil and gas management certificate program o Gyamfi na kuta forensic psychology and corporate security certificate program o Gyamfi kuta diploma in international business strategy from Scottish Qualification Authority kuta MBA masters Cardiff Metropolitan University na kuta master of art in peace security and intelligence management from University of Professional Studies UPSA na kuta master of science in energy and sustainable management from KNUSA Dobi it you person o pe obi a wo intellectual background and I say sabi on betimi ne academic community na adinsan was wa yemfo obi a CV beto so professional obi on a profession because we master or me tell me energy expert me security expert me say political science obi a no dey what you say LLB so cry you go so aye but for media ya me who say academic qualifications should not be a basis and a standard for who becomes the national youth organizer. The national youth organizer must be a good mobilizer, must be somebody who can organize and mobilize the youth and then the baby party no but say obeka say me a national youth organizer me work credential baby credential dey be me the media two of the very diamond and ya no dey ni bi nim we are original could verifiable correct oh near number for verify so me be to hobu no opposite agro ni edi ye ntina dem ni aye ohun me sign admission e che bia me sign best active akọ legon ame be ye ho adwuma enya agro ni edi ya boa ye ho sabi physically emotionally and academically so you're fully prepared and when I'm able to maintain a boom say na be ya betima build them rant no na 2028
what